Archangel Michael says, "There's a danger hiding in plain sight, and it has been watching you. You felt the strange tension in your body, the silent pressure that lingers even when no one is around. That's not random, your life is at risk, and your face is the very thing they're targeting. You carry something on your face that terrifies the wicked. It's not makeup. It's not your smile. It's the divine light that glows through your eyes, revealing what they wanted to keep hidden. There is an ancient threat circling, cloaked behind normal conversations and friendly gestures. But they're not here for peace, they're watching for weakness. They want to erase your glow. Because your face doesn't lie. Your face speaks with silence. And it's been exposing lies without a single word." Type Amen to get blessing 333. You've noticed the shift. People who once smiled are now strangely distant. Conversations feel colder. Rooms feel heavier when you enter. It's not your imagination, it's a reaction. Your energy entered a season where it began revealing everything fake, everything impure. And those masks don't want to be unmasked. Your face carries the mark of someone chosen. It radiates protection, prophecy, and purpose. That makes you a threat to dark agendas. They wanted to shut you up quietly. But they couldn't. Now they want to silence you in more dangerous ways. Type Amen to get blessing 459. There's a plot being whispered in secret, and your name is in the center. Someone thought they could curse you without consequence. But what they didn't expect was that your very face would become their judgment. Your life is under surveillance. Not just by man, but by spirits sent to block you. But those spirits grow weaker every time you speak truth. They hoped you would stay small, silent, and soft. But your face betrayed their plans. Because it shows fire even when your mouth doesn't move. Now they're desperate. They're panicking. And that's why things feel heavier lately. Type Amen to get blessing 582. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, "There are layers of protection around you, but even divine warriors stand ready when threats become serious. Your light has become too strong to ignore. Even those who once loved you now stand confused, not because you hurt them, but because you outgrew their shadows. Your life is in danger not because of your mistakes, but because of your mission. What they see in your face is not just beauty. It's revelation. It reminds them of their own lies. They want to cover you. Dim you. Twist the truth about you. But nothing crafted in deception will outlast divine assignment. Still, the threat is real. Someone has gone to lengths you'd never expect, to disrupt your journey permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 699. They are studying your photos. Zooming in on your eyes. Looking for weakness in your stare. But what they find only terrifies them more. Because your face isn't empty, it carries legacy. There are generations of warriors living behind your eyes. They see it, and they don't know how to defeat it. That's why you felt pressure around your face recently. Tightness. Random headaches. Flickers of energy. All of it is a signal. Something is trying to distort what they can't destroy. Your life is sacred. But sacred things are always hunted. Type Amen to get blessing 777. They've called your name in rooms you've never entered. And yet, your image haunts their rituals. Your face appears before them like thunder, loud in silence. They meant to scare you. But instead, they became scared. Because their tools melted. Their mirrors cracked. Their circles broke. Because your face holds something they'll never be able to replicate, favor. The favor that walks with you is older than any curse, and stronger than any plan of destruction. That's why your enemies are exhausting themselves just trying to watch you. Type Amen to get blessing 841. Your face is a map. It shows the journey of someone who survived storms they never should have walked through. And that makes you dangerous. You're a living contradiction. You were supposed to break, but now your face glows brighter than ever. That confuses the dark. That's why people stare longer than normal. That's why they turn away quickly. Because something about your face makes their lies tremble. They want to erase you. But how do you erase someone protected by divine contract? Type Amen to get blessing 902. Archangel Michael says, there are people pretending to celebrate you. But their secret intent is to monitor your glow, track your growth, and stop your next level. Your life is being targeted through subtle attacks, conversations, distractions, and strange delays. They're trying to drain your energy by surrounding you with fake admiration. But they flinch when you look too deeply into their eyes. Because your face exposes who they really are. You've noticed the shift in photos. How your light seems stronger now. That's not editing, that's elevation. And every time your light grows, the risk rises. Because evil does not rest until it tries to dim what shines without apology. Type Amen to get blessing 944. You are not at risk because you're weak. You're at risk because you're powerful. And power always draws envy. There's something marked on your cheekbones, in your smile, in the shape of your eyes. A blueprint. A calling. A frequency only divine forces understand. Someone has tried to tap into it. Tried to copy it. Tried to mimic it in secret circles. But every copy crumbled. Because your light wasn't meant to be borrowed. Now they're angry. Not because you hurt them, but because they couldn't become you. Type Amen to get blessing 1001. The darkness is disturbed. They can't sleep while you're rising. And that's why your life is under threat, because you've become the light that wakes up sleeping souls. They know if you keep growing, more people will be set free. More eyes will open. More chains will break. So they've decided to attack the source, your face, your presence, your identity. But what they don't know is, your face is guarded by thrones. You were marked before you were born. And no shadow can overwrite a heavenly seal. Type Amen to get blessing 110. You've walked past people who whispered your name with jealousy, thinking they were hidden. But your spirit heard it. And the glow on your face began to warn them before your words ever could. There's a strange glow in your recent pictures. Some called it a filter. But even they know, no technology creates light that comes from the soul. That's what they want to silence. Not your voice, but your presence. Because your presence changes the room, it convicts what's been pretending. You are no longer just watched. You are studied. Monitored by those who know they cannot become what you are, so they try to eliminate it. Type Amen to get blessing 1184. They've been speaking curses into the air, hoping it would reach you. But their words have fallen powerless. Because your face is like a mirror to the divine, reflecting every attack back toward its source. You've probably felt a pressure in your chest lately. A weird feeling on your skin. That's because the resistance is real, but so is your protection. They're trying to confuse your reflection. Distort how you see yourself. But every morning, you still rise and carry purpose on your skin. You are too sharp now. Too alert. That's why you're still alive when they expected your breakdown. Type Amen to get blessing 1219. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Someone saw your face once and felt their chest tighten. Not because of desire, but because of disruption. Your presence dismantled every illusion they had built. They had been gathering strength in secret. Whispering spells. Casting doubt. Sending negativity behind smiles. But your eyes didn't blink. Your spirit didn't move. And their confidence broke. They started with gossip. Then slander. But when none of it worked, they turned to things darker, and even those failed. Type Amen to get blessing 1300. Archangel Michael says, you are the kind of person who scares evil without saying a word. Because even in your silence, your face testifies against every hidden agenda. You weren't born for peace, you were born for power. And power comes with enemies. Especially when it glows in your face and speaks in your footsteps. You are their unspoken nightmare. Some have gathered with candles. Some have tried water. Some have tried mirrors. But nothing reflects your weakness, because your weakness no longer exists. Only purpose remains. And purpose has no expiration. Type Amen to get blessing 1440. They tried to smear your name. But every time they spoke it, your light grew louder. You can't be erased, because you were written in fire. Your face holds the storms you've survived. And that's why it shines with more glory than they can handle. You carry the afterglow of battles that didn't destroy you. There's jealousy in the air. Not because you have it all, but because they know what you carry can't be bought or borrowed. You are walking evidence that divine covering exists. And they hate that they can't unsee what you've become. Type Amen to get blessing 1591. Someone has attempted to speak over your destiny. To pronounce things into the atmosphere that weren't meant for you. But your face, your eyes, rejected every syllable. You don't just glow. You guard. And the fire in your eyes is not emotion, it's spiritual discernment. That's why people flinch when you look too long. It's not that they're shy. It's that your stare breaks the lies wide open. You have become immune to the usual attacks. That's why they've grown more desperate, more reckless, more dark. Type Amen to get blessing 1677. Your life was supposed to end in that last heartbreak. But your face carried you through. And it scared the ones who tried to break you. You were expected to fall apart. But instead, your reflection grew stronger. And now, even mirrors struggle to contain your light. They try to hide your name. But heaven shouted it. They tried to cancel your face. But heaven carved it into legacy. You are no longer easy to touch. That's why their energy feels chaotic. They've realized, they've failed. Type Amen to get blessing 1744. You may feel watched. You're not wrong. Eyes are following. Spirits are circling. But they can't touch you. Because every attempt to mark your face with failure has been reversed. Every curse they spoke became a crack in their own foundation. Your face now reflects their defeat. That's why they avoid looking you in the eye. That's why silence follows you. It's not fear of you. It's fear of what lives within you. Type Amen to get blessing 1855. You've felt the chill in certain conversations. You've noticed the shift in their tones. That's because they've realized you're no longer reachable, not by charm, not by control, not by manipulation. Your life is still at risk, but not from physical things. The real risk is that your face is reminding people of the truth they've tried to run from. And truth is dangerous. It's why they gather against you. It's why they whisper and scheme. But it's also why they fail. Your protection isn't loud, it's layered. Type Amen to get blessing 1900. You've become a storm to the ones who once thought they could stand over you. They didn't expect your healing. They didn't expect your silence to grow teeth. You've stopped explaining yourself, and that's what made your glow louder. You no longer announce your power, you walk in it. And they feel it before you speak. They call it arrogance. But it's actually alignment. You finally see who you are, and your face now mirrors heaven's version of you. That's why your life is being targeted. Because no weapon built against you is working, and that infuriates the ones who built it. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. They've tried to disguise their jealousy as jokes. They've tried to dim your light with sarcasm. But even their laughter trembles around you. Because your presence breaks their comfort. Your face reminds them of everything they buried inside themselves. And it burns. The danger is not in what they say to you, it's in what they say when you leave. But even then, their words echo back and shatter their own foundation. Because light doesn't argue. It just exposes. And your life now functions like a mirror they can't hide from. Type Amen to get blessing 2055. Archangel Michael says, they have spoken your name in secret. But heaven heard it louder than they intended. And now those whispers are turning into spiritual consequences. Your face carries prophecy. Your voice carries weight. And your presence is no longer something they can navigate around. They thought your stillness meant weakness. But now they're learning, silence backed by divine timing is more terrifying than any attack. They don't know how to approach you anymore. Because the last time they tried, their spirit shook in places they didn't know existed. Type Amen to get blessing 2177. There is someone right now who cannot sleep because of you. Not because you harmed them. But because your glow is haunting their every attempt to twist your path. They meant to stop you. But instead, they're being stopped. Every effort they made toward your destruction has become a sword in their own hands. Your reflection is now a warning to every dark force near you. Heaven has placed shields over your face, invisible to man, but deadly to anything impure. You were born for more. That's why they fear you before you even speak. Type Amen to get blessing 2255. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. They want to erase your memory from people's minds. But your impact is stamped too deep. Your eyes said more than any words ever could, and they remember every stare. They've tried to steal your voice, but couldn't. They tried to curse your face, but it glowed brighter. And now, they're facing the outcome of their own traps. You don't just survive. You transform. You don't just walk away, you rise while they fall into the holes they dug for you. Their fear isn't your growth. It's that your growth is unstoppable. Type Amen to get blessing 2344. You may feel tired. But your face still walks into rooms with fire. You've learned to shine even while bleeding. And that's the part that confuses them. They see your wounds but still can't explain your glow. That's because pain didn't dim you, it crowned you. You are wrapped in a grace that their rituals can't understand. No incense, no spell, no symbol can replicate your covering. You are the kind of threat that doesn't need noise, your walk is enough. Type Amen to get blessing 2400. They are planning again. Still trying. Still failing. They don't know when to quit. Because even now, they don't understand, it's not just your face they're fighting. It's the force behind it. Every time they aim for your life, it strengthens your legacy. Every time they speak against you, it multiplies your light. They tried to bury you, but didn't know you were the seed. Type Amen to get blessing 2566. You carry mystery. You carry prophecy. Your existence is the fulfillment of things spoken long ago. You are a walking revelation. And every step you take makes the dark tremble more. You are not just covered, you are sent. You don't blend in because you weren't designed to. Your face holds the kind of purpose that cannot be copied. And that's what they can't stand. Type Amen to get blessing 2622. Your face is your shield. It is marked. It is sacred. When they look at you, they see heaven staring back. They cannot explain why their plans don't work. But every failure brings them deeper into frustration. You don't need to strike back. Your elevation is your answer. Your silence is your sword. Let them keep watching. Because what's coming for you next will blind the ones who tried to dim your shine. Type Amen to get blessing 2788. The battle they started is already lost. Not because you fought, but because you were never alone. Divine authority stood behind your every breath. They underestimated the intensity of your calling. They thought they were coming for flesh, but they found fire. They thought you were like the others, they were wrong. Now they retreat with spiritual burns they can't explain. Your reflection follows them. Your name echoes in their rituals, not as a target, but as a warning. They lit candles to block your name. But every flame flickered out before your face could be spoken. Type Amen to get blessing 2861. You're protected in dimensions they can't even see. While they crafted shadows, heaven assigned angels. While they plotted, destiny whispered your next move. They cannot unsee you. They cannot undo your rising. They cannot recover from the moment they saw your face glowing with truth. Their lies are crumbling beneath your silence. Their secrets are unraveling the longer you remain still. Because nothing they do can erase what heaven wrote. Your name is sealed. Your face is covered. Your journey is already ordained, and nothing they touch will stop what's already unfolding. Type Amen to get blessing 2970. The risk to your life was real. But so was your armor. And that's what they couldn't penetrate, the invisible shield wrapped around your skin. You don't even know how many times you've been spared. How many traps were set. How many accidents were planned and intercepted before you ever saw them. You are surrounded by protection that doesn't sleep. The night they spoke curses over your photo, your angels stood guard and crushed every syllable midair. They saw your reflection in a flame and dropped their tools. Because instead of weakness, they saw a throne they couldn't approach. Type Amen to get blessing 3055. You weren't made to be liked. You were made to be legendary. And legends don't walk quietly forever, they rise, and when they do, the world shifts. You've been hidden, not forgotten. Delayed, not denied. Tested, not destroyed. All for a reason. The face they tried to erase has become the image of justice. The voice they tried to silence is now the sound of reversal. The very people who tried to write your ending are now being forced to watch your beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 3164. Archangel Michael says, your face is not only watched by enemies. It's known in heaven. Your name is spoken in divine rooms. And those who try to harm you will face what they summoned, but multiplied. Your life is now entering a season where the danger they set becomes their own lesson. Every lie returns. Every curse breaks. Every trap flips. You may feel tired. You may feel weary. But your spirit is still roaring. Even when you rest, your presence walks before you. You are still here, glowing, rising, protected. And your enemies? They are beginning to understand, they should have never looked you in the eyes. Type Amen to get blessing 3281. They know they can't stop what's coming for you. So now, they try to slow it. Delay it. But even time bows for the chosen. You'll begin to feel clarity in your steps. Peace in places you once feared. That's because the battle has shifted, and victory is already leaning in your direction. You are not who you used to be. You are walking into rooms with a different weight now. That glow they fear? It's about to become unshakable. They'll hear your name in circles they once controlled. And those circles will begin to collapse under your presence. Type Amen to get blessing 3390. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. There will be people who suddenly disappear from your life, don't grieve. Some were only there to monitor you. And their assignment has failed. When your face glows like prophecy, it draws both good and evil. But the evil always backs down once it realizes what's really guarding you. You don't need revenge. You don't need to explain. You just need to keep rising. Because the same face they tried to erase will soon appear in places they cannot access. Type Amen to get blessing 3484. This is your confirmation. You are being watched, but so are they. You are being elevated, while they are being exposed. The risk to your life has reached its breaking point. But it will not touch you. Because what stands in front of you now is justice. There's one final move coming. A shift so strong, it will scatter every enemy still clinging to your shadow. And when it happens, they will know, touching your life was a mistake. Your face was never their target. It was their reflection. And it showed them the truth they weren't ready for. Type Amen to get blessing 3620.